In our lives, I am sure we have met some extraordinary people, whether it be our friends or family members or just any celebrity or someone we have truly high regard for. But I feel there is no person in this world that I have the utmost respect for like I do. This person has done so much for all of us. Whether you believe or not, he has given us the ultimate sacrifice, paid his own life, gave everything he had for our love, our care, our future. People, the person I speak to you of right now is Jesus Christ. There are so many characteristics in a man, whether it's courage, whether it's strength, whether it's pride or anything. Jesus Christ has all of these characteristics and then some. So as I was coming up, I was thinking, what possibly could I do to make a speech on Jesus Christ and just limit it to 3 categories? That's a lot more difficult than you think, but it can be done. For my first characteristic of Jesus, as time goes on, characteristics are becoming increasingly difficult to find. Sometimes you find people that may have one characteristic, but it may not be up to your level of thinking. But for me personally, Jesus Christ had all these characteristics. And my first characteristic for him was selflessness. My second characteristic is a trait that is still in today's society, but it's not really always good for all of us. It can hurt us, it can help us. My second category is love. And my last characteristic, which is of equal importance, and for me, for myself personally, the most important, which is peace. Now, back to my first subject, selflessness. Selflessness is a subject and a characteristic of Christ that I wish I had. Obviously, I know I could never be as selfless as he was. Now, personally, I love helping others. I love doing things for other people. I love to see people benefit. But at the same time, I want benefits for myself. Now, that's not the same level of selflessness of Christ. Christ did so many things for people. He wanted nothing in return. He would go to a house, bless people, pray for them, bring some back to life, help kids with any serious illness or the physical defects, bring them back, full strength, like better than ever. He helped a blind man see. But simply threw some water on him, prayed over him, he was back, and just walked away. He wanted nothing. His whole life, his whole time on earth was to help other people. And what did he get in life? For the most part, a few thank yous, maybe some food, a bottle of wine, and that's really it. People, if I did all of these things for people, I honestly would be very pissed if someone gave me a bottle of wine or any of those things. I would be very angry. So selflessness is just so important in today's society, especially when it comes to Christ, because I guess you could say he's the king of selflessness. Now to my second point, which is love. Now, I'm sure all of you in here love someone, right? Right?
Yes.
Now,
Just so.
I love myself very dearly, and I love other people. But the love Christ had for other people is unsurmounted, really. He did so much for the simplest people, as I said earlier. Help people, heal people, gave his own life for all of us. Now, right now, I believe there's about 6.7 billion people in this world. 6.7. And Christ loves every single one of us. Now, I can say I love 6.7 billion people, but do I really mean that? Some people just really get on your nerves, they really make you angry. And sometimes you just may have some people you may have permanent grudges with. You may never want to talk to them again. That wasn't the case for Christ. People were mean to him, people were nasty to him, people hated him. People to this day hate him, but he still loves them all. And if they come to him and want to be forgiven, he'll forgive them. That's true love for a person. That's true courage, that's true character. I just can't imagine loving someone the way Christ loves all of us. These are not people that he walked with. These weren't people, his best friends. These weren't his 12 disciples. These are just simple people like me and you, If I walked into a room of foreigners, I would have no idea what to do. But he came in and he just loved everybody. No bias, no prejudice, none of that. Just loves everybody and everything. He cares about you, and as I said, he put his whole life on the line for the fate of this earth. All of us, future generations, current generations, past generations. He gave his life because he loves us all. Now my third point is, for me, as I said earlier, my most important. Peace. Now, I don't like violence, I don't like hatred, I don't like racism, prejudice, any of those things. But peace is a very tough one, especially when you live the life of Jesus Christ. Now, him as being a Jew, he lived in an area where some people hated Jews, but he still loved them back. And then, before he was even born, he was persecuted as a baby, was it an embryo, I guess you want to call it that, by King Herod. He wanted to kill Jesus before he was even born, and kill his mother and kill everybody else he could find, because he felt that the Messiah would threaten him and threaten his life and cause him to live a life in fear, I guess. So he wanted to kill Jesus before Jesus got to him. Now through his life, Jesus still loved him. Jesus forgave him. He went on and did many other things. And then you get to the end of his life, where he's about to be killed by the Romans, and people have him, and people that he thought were his friends betrayed him, and he just stayed peaceful to those people and just really cared. And even when he was beaten 39 times, still he had this peace. He didn't fight back. He didn't curse them. He just forgave them. And that's really true peace. I mean, I could not imagine living my life with somebody's beating me across the back with a whip 39 times, and I turn around and still forgive them. And then you have people that are laughing at him and mocking him while he's being killed, and he still forgives every single one of them. Every one. That is just on a whole nother level for me, and I really cannot imagine that. So for me, just following and listening to the things that Christ has done in his life are just unsurmountable for me. He is just, for me, a really great person, and every accolade, every appreciation he gets, whether you believe in him or not, whether you worship him or not, I mean, I just feel he's a great man, and he's just truly worthy of the things people do for him. I mean, I am really appreciative of his time and the things he done for me. He's done so much over time for me personally, and I'm just really grateful, and for me, it's just great. Thank you.